What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about The Death of Jane Lawrence by Caitlin Starling. So this book was heavily inspired by Crimson Peak, and you can really feel that throughout the story. This is a gothic horror romance story through and through, and honestly, I was living for it. So going into The Death of Jane Lawrence, obviously the title of it, I'm like, okay, so we're gonna watch Jane Lawrence die, I assume. At the beginning of the book, Jane is not Jane Lawrence quite yet, but she decides that it would be the practical thing for her to do, for her to get married, and she finds Dr. Lawrence. And she's like, you know what? This seems like the perfect choice. He's a very practical man. He doesn't really spend the nights at home. Like, this could just be like a working relationship, but we would be married, and so people would just like get off my back about it. Dr. Lawrence is a little bit interesting. He has some caveats with this relationship, including the fact that he always spends the night at this other manor house up on the hill, and he's like, I will always be there and you will never be there. So naturally on their wedding night, things happen and Jane ends up there. I really liked the story. Like, this house and like the way in which it is haunted is so fascinating to me. And one of the main questions with this book is, are ghosts real? Is magic real? Are Jane's experiences actually real? Are they actually happening? What is going on here? And I really loved that. Like, Jane was such a good main character because she's very practical. Like, she has a very like numbers-based kind of mind. So when she gets into it and she starts learning like all these paranormal things, I loved seeing her character react to that, especially as we learn more things about Mr. Lawrence and like what exactly is happening here. I think this book is paced really well, like just balancing like learning and exposition with those like horror and dark elements. Like, there are times when she goes down into the cellar, there are these rituals. Like, I just was very into it. I think the last like section of this book, like I was listening to it, so like probably like the last 2 hours or so is just like off the wall awesome horror type of vibes, and I was really living for it. When it comes to the ending, and I actually did like look this up because I wanted to see if other people thought the same thing, I don't necessarily understand the ending, but I also understand that like that's okay. Like, that's kind of the consensus. It's like, I don't necessarily completely get what happened, but at the same time, like, I get it and I'm glad and like it's valid and like good for this ending, you know? Like, if that doesn't even make sense. But when I got there, I was like, it just made perfect sense for the way the story was paced and like what we had been building towards. Do I fully understand what happens? Not necessarily, though. That's why I'm giving this book an A-. I wish that I had just been a little bit more on the same page, but that might just be a me thing and not necessarily every reader's type of experience. So if you like Crimson Peak especially, you will like this book. If you like those gothic horror romancy vibes, like, you are going to enjoy this book. I really look forward to reading more from this author because just the pacing, the prose, everything, I was very much into it. Like I said, I am giving this book an A-. Definitely go check this one out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Talk Books with me every week. That is everything I got for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!